Hey everybody, it's me, James Quo. Welcome to another drawing stream. Thanks for stopping by. I think it helped to have a little notification ahead of time that a stream was going to happen. I kind of jumped on by surprise last Friday and did... What did we draw last time? Oh, I think we did Ryoko last week. Let me just... Well, we can see that when we go to the drawing board. I think we drew this guy. Can't see it that well, but I was trying to do something before I went out of town. And then I'm back, so I'm trying to get these like on schedule a little more. Tuesday is a really good day for me. 5 to 8 is really good for me. I hope it's good for you guys. So, what are we drawing this time? Um, there was, there has been a bunch of streams where I've drawn fan art of different characters. And then today I was just like kind of coming up empty. I'm like, God, who should I draw? So I keep going with that. I'm gonna eventually draw like every anime character, every Marvel character, every game character. So why don't we do some OCs? Yeah, let's do some original characters. And if you saw a few, maybe a couple streams ago, when I was kind of talking about this, I was like, I gave a shout out to this artist named Rhino Tuna. And when I did the shout out and the clip came up, there was like, I like that artist for his character creation because he'll kind of take any sort of object and then make it into a person. So when the clip came up, there was like a picture of a tree and a picture of a duck. And when I was coming up with what to do for today's stream, I was like, oh yeah, let's just create duck characters because they're so charming and they have a lot of personality. I think could turn into a character really easily and nicely. Oh, Gal's here. And I see Zoe's here. Always nice to have the regulars. Okay. Oh, and I should let you guys know, in I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've decided to. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. So I've decided to retire the redemption. It was something like, pick any drawing from my big cartel store for like, I don't know, it was like 85,000 channel points, or like there was an even more expensive one that was like 150,000 channel points. But something about the way that was set up made me feel uneasy. Whereas when we did the tiger stream, I had such a fun time doing the wheel. So like I like doing giveaways and I like the kind of festive atmosphere around it. Something about having it be under channel points kind of made me feel strange. So I'm trying to figure out a way to massage that. Hey, Sparkle. Um, so we're going to be spinning the wheel today. And since there is a hashtag for JNL, like James never lies, so I don't want that old redemption to come across as a lie. So we're just going to redeem it today. And I think we're going to, since there were 2 levels, I think we're going to redeem it twice. And so we'll probably do that at the end of stream. Anyway, so I think that's enough preamble. I've been chatting for like too long. Let's go over to the drawing board. Okay, so here's what we did last week. Let me get my glasses out. Yeah, here's Ryoko, and there's Tenchi. I feel like, am I a little too zoomed in? It's probably all right. So I think today's plan is, instead of drawing fan arts, I was like, okay, have a good lurk, Sparkle, and good luck with your chores. It's like, should I draw more Tenchi characters? Should I draw more... Maybe I should draw Link from Zelda, because I think they just had an anniversary for that game. But yeah, we're going to be designing original characters. I don't know how this is going to go. This is like a new practice for me. So we're going to like look at some reference, kind of brainstorm some ideas, try to do a bunch of sketches, and then I don't really know how the time is going to break down. So maybe we'll have time to do a more finished drawing towards the end. Let me see. I feel like I want to show you guys some stuff. Let me get my window capture to point at the thing that I wanted to. Here we go. I'm going to open this. I was thinking of this person because they're an artist that I've enjoyed for a long time, and they're really excellent at character creation. Like, look at how appealing these guys are. Can you believe that, like, rocket hammer right there? This, like, scissor wizard, I suppose? They also stream on Twitch. I think they mostly do gaming, but they have done drawing streams before, so I think I'm going to try to give them a shout out. I think their handle's the same there as it is here. So let me do like SO. I hope this works. No, that was totally not their handle. I want to find it. Well, I think I'll have to let that go for now. Here's the other artist that I wanted to mention as far as character design goes. Like, where was, like, okay, like this guy, like starting with this kind of crane, then coming up with this elegant fellow. This is kind of what I'm hoping to do today. Or like, oh man, look at this. Like this snow leopard and then turning into this cool character. I mean, these people are like very good at character creation, so I don't know if I'm gonna, approximate this at all, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay, let's put this away. Let's see. So I do want to look at another window for my reference. Where is it? I have so many Firefox windows open. Let me see if I can find it. Not that. This? Yeah, okay. Okay. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I think I looked up a bunch of duck reference. Oh my god. I mean, there's so many different kinds. I think I should just like start. Oh, Johnson are cool. Thank you so much. I'll try to get that shout in there. Maybe we can see a little clip. Luca Oliveri.
Mais oui, aïe les jeux, hein. Aïe les jeux, mais en même temps, miam les jeux quoi. Et c'était trop bien, ils sont trop bien ces jeux. Enfin, Dragon Quest 11, il est trop bien.
Okay, great. Really cool to see like a drawing stream up there. I think he's mostly been doing gaming lately, but that guy, Luca Oliveri, also has a graphic novel out today through Piao, which has been a really incredible publisher for a long time now. But I think they're wrapping up operations, and this is going to be one of their last published works. Let's see. I don't know that I have a link for it right now, but you look up Luca Oliveri, you'll find it. Okay, so so let's get down to drawing some OCs. Let me get rid of this window capture, and I think that's, let's see, OC could stand for original character, and could also stand for oiseau, canard. That would be bird, duck. Not very good French, but it does fit the letters. Yeah, Johnson, F in the chat for Piao. I'm gonna get an F in there. So I was trying to figure out how to approach this. Like do I want to do, like, how duck-like are they? Like right now I'm just using this sketchbook that I have instead of that Bristol paper. If we do a finished drawing later on, maybe we'll get something out like that. So like, I'm just trying to like get my mind into the duck zone. So somewhere between like, here's like duck you might find out in nature. Here's like person, So somewhere in between here and here is going to be our character. I was kind of wondering whether I wanted to do like duck people, but I think I'm going to do probably more towards this end of the scale. Like I think this end of the spectrum is where we're going to have good luck. So let's just put like a kind of a bill on this hat. I don't know. I feel like a lot of this is just sort of free associating with what kind of duckish qualities there might be in the world. So this is like sort of like a fast version. Of what we might see on the stream today. Okay, let's see. Let's see, how's my saturation? I always like to have that up. Okay, we're good. So yeah, we'll just try to like draw some people with like some duckish qualities. Maybe so let me think. Let's start with, we could just draw like a concept map, and that'll help like branch out into different associations that we could like work into our drawing. What we need is just paper. So let's just see. So ducks, and so they live by ponds, and there's usually like reeds. But let's see, they have ducklings usually. So there might be like some. I'm trying to think, like, because there's also I think like mandarin ducks especially are like a symbol of like a love couple. So I could do like sort of a mated pair, except like of people. And they're like so. I have some pictures of them up. Let me just bring back my window capture. Like, look how amazing these guys are. So these are definitely like one inspiration. Like, I don't know if I'd even be able to like improve on these guys. Wait, where'd that go? I just want to look at this picture together. Man. So if I could sort of like pull out colors and shapes from this, I think that'll help me like figure out how to do like some sort of character, or I suppose a pair of characters in this case. So let's see. Ponds, rivers, but I'm thinking like I was looking over at the Wikipedia for them. So like I'm thinking like couples, I'm thinking like maybe like camping, because I'm also looking at like mandarin duck like habitat, like what their diet is like. So I'm reading on Wikipedia. They mainly eat like plants and seeds. They also have snails, insects, small fish, acorns, grains. Let's see. In the summer, they eat worms, small fish, frogs, mollusks, and small snakes. So I'm wondering, like it could be nice to do a picture of like a couple and they're camping by like a lake or riverside, because I mean ducks definitely do that, right? Like you go to the park by the water, the ducks show up and they definitely want your snacks. So I think like snacking is going to be a big factor here. And there was the whole list of foods that some of these a lot of these sound more like something that you would. Oh man, it's so romantic to be like out, um, like on a campsite on a summer night. And you have like a grill going, and that could be like a nice scene. Let's see. Um, I was kind of wondering, like before when I was kind of joking around in French, like canard is duck. I think it's also slang for like an unfounded rumor. So I feel like I'm not sure that could like I feel like some sort of the like romantic like tilt of this image might be sort of rumor creating. Also having to do with like love and pairing. Okay. I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff starts touching each other. Let's see. So I don't know. I feel like I have enough of a foothold to like start drawing a little bit. Okay, where is my sketchbook? So I'm looking at that picture of the mandarin ducks that I just showed you. I'm not going to put it back on screen, but I'm going to like kind of quickly do like a study for myself just to try to understand the shapes. Okay. So I'm going to start kind of on the left. They definitely like give you a lot to work with. There's like so many colors and textures on here. So they have this like the male duck has this big like orange like ruff on his neck. So that could turn into I don't know like a big scarf or maybe some sort of like feathery collar, perhaps. Um, and then I think the upper body is sort of this is sort of like black and white, and then the tail comes up. This is not like the best duck anyone has ever seen. I think it's basically it's just me trying to. It's like notes. Oh my god, duck's a little frightening. Okay, but the other duck in the couple is actually very cute. Like there's something very. I have to show this again. Like look how charming this expression is. So I'm going to try to get that sort of spirit into the person that we end up drawing. Let's put that away. I mean, if I was going really in depth, I think like I could almost like fill out a full like character sheet on them, like their place of origin, likes and dislikes, favorite books, etc. I don't know if it would make sense to do like roles for their like strength, dexterity, charisma, etc. Okay, let's see. And I'm gonna just I think I already have orange on this brush. I think none of this orange color is over on this other duck. There's the main color part is like under this wing here. There's this kind of bright turquoise. That's true. These are very charismatic ducks. Okay, let's see. So Zoe says, "Hey James, am I pressed for time? I think I'm just really keyed up. Like, I feel like maybe you're. Uh, I'm not really pressed for time. I think I'm just a little bit like higher energy just because I haven't done this before. So hopefully I can like smooth this out once I kind of settle into the stream. I don't think I'm really pressed for time. So maybe that's just like a good that was like a very polite way to tell me to like chill out a little bit. And it is appreciated. Okay. So let me see. Um this duck has such like really nice. Oh, do you want to? We could do a speed draw. If I have time. And do you have something in mind that you would like to see drawn? And actually, I think even though you weren't suggesting anything about my manner on stream, I think doing a little speed draw of something familiar will kind of help me just relax a little bit. Okay, here we go. Because I don't want to make you guys tense. Either Donald or so more ducks. Okay, we'll do it. So I don't think I could do these from memory. I'm just kind of looking at both, seeing which one would make a more fun drawing. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Daffy. And let me go grab my timer. I think I have to go back to this guy just because I have the like on-screen timer, but I need to set that up, and this is just kind of going to be faster for right now. Okay. So 5 minutes has begun. I should zoom out my camera a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I can get this face. And then okay, I'm almost up with the first minute. Oh, you recognize this one, Zoe? Good. And then, see, the back feet are sort of like chicken. And then he has these sort of like olive spots on him. Where's my other brush? Okay, we're about halfway through our time. Right, and I think the last time, just these red dots right here. Should get a little more purple in the head fin. All right, there's one Daffy Duck with a minute and a half to spare. And Zoe, ain't I a stinker? Okay. So where were we? Let me just turn this off. Thank you for thank you for the redemption. Okay, so let me get back into, now that I've drawn that, let me just get that off camera right there. So there's really really lovely feather patterns on here. Like there's all these sort of, the way these overlap, it kind of creates all these like white medallions kind of surrounded by brown. Or like kind of a, I don't know, it's just such like a soft grayish brown. It's like so pleasant to look at. And it's also kind of a challenging color to mix, getting this sort of, I don't know, this, like it's easier when something is like bright purple or bright green, but like getting these like subtle grays and blues and browns together is kind of definitely a big mixing challenge. And then I think the feet are not orange. They're sort of like another gray. Hey, P Hospital. Thanks for stopping by. We're just doing a little character creation, kind of based on ducks. But first, I need to like understand duck nature before I can like try to translate it into human shape. Okay. Okay. So I think I need to turn the page on this. Oh, no, there's plenty of room on here, but I feel like this, as much as I like this Daffy, it's a little bit distracting, so I'm just going to pull this out. Okay, so since I think a thing that I'm trying to get to with character design is just like not being too too precious with it. Like the first idea is not going to be probably what I end up using. So I need to like get through a bunch of ideas to know which one to use. So right now, just like, so I feel like I need to draw, if I were to draw those two as people, they need to be fairly attractive. I don't, I don't know how, I mean, really right now, I'm basically just kind of drawing the same as I did last time, like the same duck body, but with like a human face on it. Uh, it's a little bit like the covers to the Animorph novels, but these sparkles are here to show like good looks. I think I'm doing like a little ducktail with the hair here. I feel like ducks have pretty oily feathers, so they could be like all kind of slicked back here. Yeah, this is like a big neck ruff. And then sort of, I feel like underneath it would make sense for them to have like a down layer. And then I think like probably like tall wading boots. I don't know. I'm trying to think about this. Like, I feel like that would make sense. Like, trying to create a person who's like fairly like outdoorsy. I'll put like a baseball hat on. I feel like this coat should be even longer to have like a little suggestion of a tail. This is just like version 1. I think we're gonna probably go through a few generations and try to refine or improve on this. And let's see. And then I think underneath it would be more kind of whitish. You know, I feel like the pants should be. I'm just going with like the color scheme that I see on the bird. I feel like if Helofia were here with us in chat, like she's definitely a real like camping lore master, and that probably ask her for some suggestions on gear. Okay. I'm going to zoom out a tiny bit because I'm losing the top and bottom of the drawing, but I want to get as close as I can. Let me see. Looking back at my reference. So I'm even trying to do like a similar pose. Oh, hey, Jasper dear. Yeah, we're kind of trying to make some ducks into people. So that kind of explains the unusual neck ruff there. The woman duck has like really incredible like white eyeliner. So I think I want to try to incorporate that. She also has a neck ruff. So I think this might be sort of like a winter camping scene. These little sparkles signify that they're good looking. So yeah, I think this person might also have sort of like another kind of quilted down jacket. Let's see. And trying to think what sort of pants we would be talking about here. These are sort of like slimmer. These are also like waterproof boots. I think I definitely, this is just like a very broad outline. I might want to work on their faces a little bit. So let me try to get some of the color on there. Let's just like flash back to the reference. I could like shrink this down a little bit. Let me bring that down. So this is sort of like where I was started and where we're going. You know, I should just leave this up so we can like refer to it throughout. Let me just tidy that up a little bit. Formatting in this little window. Okay, we could just put this down here. Okay, so I'm going to try to like work on these colors a bit. Maybe this should go up top. Let's put that there. Yeah, I think we're kind of working on the theme of like a love couple, and they're wearing lots of down. They are hanging out by a river. They're probably going to be like doing some like grilling, like a couple's camping grilling evening under the moonlight by the water. Oh, you're back from tying up some work things. Love the interpretation. Thank you, Galuigi. Let me see. I need to just need my tray to be a little closer here. Okay. Like her colors are a lot more subdued. Definitely like sort of grayish and brownish throughout. Maybe she could have her hair dyed like a little bit of a pale blue. Yeah, Jesper, I was trying to do something consistent with what I was able to quickly learn from Wikipedia about the Mandarin duck diet. So they'll be having like snails and fish and little frogs. Uh, but since they're ducks, they might also have they might also really enjoy human snacks. Like so, there might be some like a bag of Doritos. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's see. So that's kind of like all right for my first basic idea. I think I need to keep like working on them and just sort of like build them up. I don't know that I love this little hat. I need to, let me see. I think I may not show all of my reference, but I'm also going to be like looking up camping gear and like outdoor waterproof outfits. So if I find like a really cool like jacket from REI or something that I couldn't afford, I could put it in this drawing. Down coat. Let's see. Man, because I'm looking up camping hats, and what I'm seeing is more like not this, but more like this guy. And then there's kind of like a soft rim around here. I'll see if I can make it work. Maybe he'll have it like. I'm just trying to draw like a handsome face. For our Mandarin husband. There we go. Oh, is he kind of winking right here? Sure. Maybe. Trying to think, like, what else could this be? Oh, you know what? He could be, like, if they're somewhat posh, because they are, like, very fancy looking birds, Like maybe instead of this like fluffy thing, it could be like a sweater kind of tied around the shoulders. Okay. Let's see. How am I doing over here? Wait, Johnson, tell me what a gator is in the sentence you just used. If you would, please. Let's see. I guess, let me see. I feel like his hair could be dyed green. And then the hat would be more of that sort of like orangish brown rather than the hat being green. Just cover that up. I think kind of liking what's happening. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, this thing. It's like the not like a turtleneck, but it goes in that same place. I'm caught up to I'm up to speed, Johnson. Thank you. So I think I'm kind of happy with where where I'm getting with him. So I'm looking at um, the partner deck, and she. See if we can draw, because she's sort of like I did it sort of like this way because she's like in the reference, she's like looking away but sort of back. But it's good to like do when you do a character, sort of like do a full rotation and do like different facial expressions. And it looks like some birds will have like a very tufty kind of head, but it looks like she has her hair pretty slicked back. So I think we're going to do that. So she can kind of look pretty fashion. Just have that come straight back. And then I just really love that in the picture, that sort of like white outline around the eye, which is like such a bold move with makeup. Put in a little eyebrow here. I feel like her ears would be covered. And then her sort what I'm getting from that picture is like her chest is all very like speckled. So I don't know if like I feel like a dot pattern could feel very like Yayoi Kusama to me. And then I think her hair is going to be, yeah, I was going to make it sort of like bluish. It's not strictly blue in the picture, but there's definitely those hues on the duck, and I want to work that into our design. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I like what you're seeing there, Jesper. So yeah, all of her colors are going to be much paler, more subtle, more refined. Okay, and then like if you look, I'm trying to see if you guys can tell on her wing. There's that one bright blue flash. right there. So I might just give her like just like a little shock of blue, like right here and here. No, it's not really on their face, but we do want to be able to see it on the character. So let's see. I feel like, let me zoom out a little bit more. I feel like to help kind of suggest the plumage, maybe like they could be wearing their jackets sort of over their shoulders like this. Like that feels like a little bird-like to me. But actually, I just want to, while I'm on the topic, I just want to show you guys this shirt that I've got on. It's by Helen Jo, who's a really great artist. Done a lot of great comics. I think been working in animation for a while. Just had a really great exhibit where she did sort of like a traditional ancestor shrine, but it was like very much done up in her style, and she drew the deities and everything. And then let me see if I have my window. And then on the back it says "Don't cry." Let me see if we can. Like I don't speak Korean, but Google Translate does.
울지 마.
Did you hear that?
울지 마.
Yeah, that's how you say what's on the back. Okay. While we had like a little French earlier, we just had like a Korean moment. Maybe it'd be a good time. I feel almost ready to tackle the like more finished illustration with these guys. So we could do like a little language lab segment. So, 学生们，你们好。我叫郭老师. So that's hello, students. I'm your teacher, Mr. Guo. And 今天我们练习中文。我要教你们鸭子。I just said I'm going to teach you duck, but I'm going to teach you the character for duck. So let's get that out. Yeah, the grammar is always like, it's a little tough to get a grasp of. Like when I talk to my mom, she'll say, when you speak Mandarin, it doesn't have grammar, but then she'll also say that I said something backwards. But I'm doing my best here. Okay, here we go. So I think in order to learn duck, first we can just learn kind of bird in general. And that character is drawn like this. So that's, what is that? That's meow, right? And so then you add, so that's just, I'll leave that there. And so then for duck, which is ya, it's like this, right? E, it's first tone, so I don't add a phonetic. I think E, ow. I think that's third tone. And this bird character is really useful because you can put a lot of different things in front of it and get different birds. Like, for example, like if you can write, I feel like if you've taken Mandarin before, like you should know how to write 我, which is like I, as in the first person pronoun, and then you put bird next to that. And what you have is this is how you write goose. I think it's the phonetic is like that. It's second tone. And well, I hope you guys won't duck this lesson. Okay, here we go. Yeah, make sure not to duck class. Okay, so if you have you can add another character to that. It's like there is kind of a steep learning curve, but I feel like once you get like some kind of foothold, you can start putting characters together to make new meanings. So if you have this is tian, which could be like sky or heaven, and so this would be swan. Ti an, and that's first tone, and then that's still second. So 请你跟我一起说. So please say with me, 鸟, ya, so that's bird and duck, that's goose, and 天鹅 for swan. And so I think the last part of Language Lab, because I do need to get back to painting, it would be, let's use it in a sentence. So I'm going to write out 2, 3, 4. So 鸭子. So we should know that that's duck, and 子 is usually for nouns. And then 虾. I can write a better 虾 than that. Okay, so the phonetics. So what I just wrote is 鸭子下蛋了. So like the duck laid an egg. This is egg, and this is like 下 would be like downward. So 下蛋 is like that's the laying. Anyway, I think that kind of concludes language lab for now. Great job, everyone, following along. 下课. Class is over. Okay, so that was Language Lab. Let's get back to what I've practiced more, which is drawing. So let's see. I have these guys. I want to be able to refer to them. So let me... Where's my camera? Let's zoom out a bit. Oh, Galuigi says, 老师谢谢. Well, 没关系. 李蕊熙. Oh, Paul, thank you so much. Yeah, Gal, why did Google put it as simplified? That seems like a direction that I'm not fond of. And Gal, I hope I did all right with saying your Chinese name. Let's see. So Paul says... Oh, good. I'm glad. Let's see. Paul says my hair is looking amazing. Because I was over the weekend, I was really like looking for a trim because to myself, I feel like I'm looking pretty scruffy looking. But I think, I don't know, in the back here, it's almost see, I can do that, and it makes a ducktail, which is appropriate for this stream. So maybe I'll try to leave it like that. Okay, let's go back to main. So let's try to... Okay, I feel like this picture's a little bit interfering with what I'm trying to do. Let's shrink that down a bit. I'll let these ducks hang out with you guys over by the chat. Oh, you like my motorcycle hooligan aesthetic? Thank you. Because I started out wearing the Helen Joe shirt, and I was like, I don't want to cover it up, but I need something like a little warmer to put on. So I thought this would like pair well with the Helen energy. So that's kind of just like how that happened. Okay, so let's draw. There's like a little stream. They have like a portable like camping grill. There's maybe some mountains. There's some moonlight. Let's see, they have... I feel like there should be like kind of a pretty dark forest here. I'm wondering... I may need to rework this composition because there's so much room down here that isn't being used very well. Oh, Lala's in the chat. Nice to see you. I feel like I should mention again that we will be doing a giveaway at the end of the stream, and it's going to be on the spin wheel, because I had a lot of fun with that during the Tiger stream. And let's see. Hopefully I can figure this out. But so I hope that you guys will stick around for that. I'm just like messing around with like a technical thing just so that I'm going to be able to do that. Okay. Just bear with me for a second. I need to post a browser thing into my... Okay, into a browser source. So copy that, and then I'll paste this over here. This is the kind of thing that I could have done before stream, but 5 o'clock came around really quickly, and I didn't want to be too late. So I'm just setting this up. I feel like you guys should have something to look at while I'm talking. So there's my drawing. Source. Wait. I should hide this while I paste in my code. We're getting closer. Paste. Okay. Good. Okay. So there was the old wheel from Tiger Stream, but we're going to have to like clear everything off and then reload it for people who are here. Okay, let's put that away for now. But I'm probably going to be on until around 8 o'clock. I could start loading up the wheel for anybody who wants to get on here. Would people like to type ticket to get on the wheel? What you're winning is you're going to be able to pick any drawing you want from my big cartel. So I see Gal, I see P Hospital. I see Lala. Because I used to have it as a channel points redemption, but I'm retiring that. But I didn't want to rob anyone of a drawing. So we're just going to be doing a giveaway. We're actually going to be doing 2. So, well, like we'll spin twice. And I was figuring this out before. So the person who lands first will get first pick. And then the second person will get second pick. Okay? So let me save my settings. And so far, this is the wheel as I understand it. Yeah, so more chess games for everybody. Okay, so I'm going to put that away for now. I think we're going to spin that at the very end. Let's see. What is my command? Store? Yeah, if you want to like look at something you might want to claim, you could look over there. Okay, so let me get back to drawing. Thank you for that little kind of technical detour. So I almost want to put the campfire at the very bottom, just so there's room for everything else. And I'm picturing some sort of like folding camp grill, because like I suppose ducks move around. I think these guys are camping, so they only have like temporary portable furniture with them. Could have like a little table in between here. What these diamonds are, like this is the grill, this is sort of like the bottom of the camp chair. And I feel like I have to figure out how these work, because it would have to be collapsible, right? So 2 little camp chairs, a little folding table, and this is going to have all their kind of grilling ingredients. And those ingredients are going to be different fish and frogs and snails. That's what I've learned from the Mandarin Duck Wikipedia entry. Okay, so coals could... Where would the coals go? They would be like inside here, not underneath, right? But I'm just trying to like think through how a person would safely set up a campfire. So trying to get these guys into the picture. And here we can see some of the wilderness, like there's trees. And probably right down here at the bottom, I'll try to get in like some flowing water and like reeds, just because I imagine that that's where ducks like to be. And I think here they're just like really tucking in. Like it's one of the best things. Trying to think how their feet would be. Maybe this leg is bent, like her leg would be like bent this way, and then this one could fold over on top. Or no, she could have like her leg up by her chin here, and then like this foot is resting on the chair. Or no, this would go behind here, this leg goes in front. It just like takes a little bit of work to like figure out how the limbs get crossed over each other. And then maybe this other hand is tending. She has like a little, oh, like grilling fork. Oh, hey, D. Rogers. Yeah, these are my OCs, and they're based on these ducks down here. But I do need to like make sure that they're very like, trying to emphasize how to make them duck-like. Trying to think, like she might be, like right now see this hand is like poking at the grill, this other hand has a snack. I'm trying to figure out if this even works, if a person could sit like that. Let me see if I can do it. It's always like a good check so that the person you're drawing isn't doing something impossible. Okay. So sitting. Wow. Okay. Oh no, this works. And then she's like eating, working the grill. All right, the pose checks out. And so then the guy is here. I feel like that sort of hat sort of has like a probably like have a string around it, and he's kind of like wearing it way back on his head, like tilted up. I don't think they're a yogi master, D. Rogers. I think they're just like really casual. Like I know Hen of the Woods Mushroom always like perches on chairs like this. She calls it sitting like a gargoyle, but I think perching like a mandarin duck is like maybe a little sweeter. And he's just taking a bite out of a frog. Because while these do look like people, we want to make sure that uh, we never forget their duck origin. I'm trying to like with the expression. I'm just like trying to think of like how to draw someone eating, like tasting something delicious. Like I really enjoyed that anime series Wakako Zake, where like she gets out of her office job and then walks home and picks a different snack on her way back. And there's like different episodes for different cuisines. Like there's one that's like about skewers, and then one that's about like fried chicken. I don't know. I do enjoy like your kind of food based storytelling, because it is like a struggle like between you and the menu and your meal. Okay, let's see. So her hair is kind of like this. And I feel like they should be looking at each other. This is going to be like, hopefully, what time is it? It's like 1:12. We should have time to do color. And it will be fun to paint in a night scene, because like the main light source will be down here from the campfire, and then like sort of like blue nighttime light coming in from everywhere else and maybe like filtering through some trees. We'll see. We'll see how I do with it. So there's his sort of like duck hair. I feel like let's just make him like a little bit larger here. Yeah, maybe he could even be. I was thinking about having him like doing a good-natured like laugh. Like this is sort of the himbofication of this duck man. Like how do I add like partner appeal to this person? Except this is kind of funny. Um, oh, P Hospital. Wonderful joke. Because when I had drawn her gaze looking over this way, like originally I had drawn his face here, so they were looking at each other. But now she's kind of just like gazing at his snack, which is kind of like a funnier situation. So I might keep that. And this is my favorite sort of eating mouth, just like a little curve like that. Try to carve these features out a little bit more. I think these sparkles are signifying like a little chemistry between them. I don't know. How do you draw someone to be handsome? It's tough. A little less nose. And then his hair is kind of back and then goes, kind of swoops up. Yeah, and he has like a fancy gaiter, and then this like bright orange sweater kind of tied around his shoulders. Let's see, and then I think his boot would be coming all the way down this way as I just build out the rest of this figure. Let's see, his hips sit across the chair, like all the way at the back. I'm not sure that I left enough room for his leg to exist and not go into the fire, so I think he's going to have to be sitting on his foot like this too. What's he even looking at? Like his gaze was like over here. I think I just have to adjust that. Oh, Johnson, quacking us up. Oh, what Judas Priest song is a duck's favorite? Hellbent for feather. Man, I gotta keep up with the chat. I get so into the drawing. I miss all these great duck jokes. Good call, gal. Foul play, indeed. I'll just give him like nice eyelashes and then sort of gazing down towards this frog. Okay. Very funny. Okay. Big down jacket. Although, let me see. I'm a little unsure because he looks to me like he's going to fall over. I think I need to like really rework this guy. Like I'm really happy with this. Like this character seems super cute. Maybe. I think I'm having like a little trouble kind of squeezing him in plus chair. So I think it'll help me out for him to be like crouching. She can have a chair. But he'll be sort of like crouching over here. I think that'll help me like with where everyone goes. So this is his toes, back to his heel. Good, good, good. I think this is, I'm much happier with this already. I think he should be able to balance like this. And then maybe, I still want him to be snacking because that's like a major duck activity. How am I on time? 1:19? Okay, we're good. Oh, JG Mallard. Wow. Let's see, so his shoulders are here, and then his gaiter, and then his sweater. So his face is actually going to be like this. And he's about to like take a big bite. Give him like big square eyebrows. Okay, I feel like this is fitting much better. Okay, and then they're on a fancy date, so let's have like a nice maybe wine bottle, some glasses. Okay. Let's put the moon like right there. This is gonna be stars. Hey, gay dog. So if you look on the bottom left of the window, you can kind of see that Mandarin duck couple. And I was trying to like transfer them into human form. And this was like kind of the first pass, but then I realized that this like rough could be more like that. I think she came out great first time. So we're gonna stick with her. But now I'm kind of doing like a more complete scene. Okay. I almost feel like I should start inking. Yeah, she has like a fancy, like, or like a fluffy kind of color here. Her headed down coat comes down. Just making sure all my geometry works before I ink it, but I think we're ready. Yeah. So next is inking. Get myself a little more room here. Okay. I always have to get the border in first, but now we can really get down to inking action. Let's see. Okay, we're good. So I think I do want to ink this pretty lightly since I do plan to color. So let me just zoom my camera in, which I like to do. It's nice to get kind of really personal with this part, because like with a pencil, I'm sort of like gliding it all over the whole page, so I need to. Oop, there we go. There we go. It takes a second for the ink to catch. on this, like I'm working on a very small portion at a time. So I'm just drawing this little froggo. I have to think about where that mouth goes. Might move it over a little bit. Okay. Leave these open because I'm going to color those in. Like I don't usually have to do as much like black fill or cross-hatching or anything, just because tone and texture can get done with the watercolor stage. Mostly I'm just tracing where the best outlines are. Think about how a sweater kind of folds and then ties into a knot right there. And first I should draw this kind of sleeve coming down, because this puffer jacket would need to be in front of that. I think, and trying to make his hair seem sort of like really glamorous, so it can sort of come down on both sides like that and sort of like be swept back. It'll be colored in green, which is exciting. Okay, so we're just working our way back on the sleeve. I think the way that it's sort of like sectioned like this really makes them a snap to draw, because it does just sort of go around the shape of the arm. Okay. I think, oh, I need to add some sparkles in. These indicate visual appeal, and charm. Right, so kind of the same as this. And I'm basically drawing this sort of thing, but just like rotated this way. Let's see, and so this coat, it's sort of like, I feel like it would come down about mid-thigh if you were standing up, so it's going to drape down like so. Just draw its little like Michelin Man sections coming down. There's the bottom of... when I'm thinking about this material and how it hangs and what sort of texture to put on, I'm kind of thinking this as being like, I don't know, is it merino wool? Is it, maybe it's cashmere? Okay. Oh, Gal says, love a good puffer. Oh yeah, you've got that nice white one that appears on stream pretty often. I've got like a large black like down parka from Uniqlo that's lasted me very many years. I'm very fond of that. I feel like we're almost done with the guy. I want to go work on her a little bit. Does she have a frog too? Maybe she has like a fish. Oh, thank you, Jesper. Yeah, I always like to do this sort of like broken line to like sort of suggest the way something wraps around. Like in pencil, I would wrap this whole line around, but when you go to ink, you can make a couple dashes and your eye looking at it will like complete the line anyway. So let's see. You're just taking like a little bite of this fish. Let's see, her thumb would be on this side, right? Yeah. Then her hair is also swept back. But it's good when there's like a couple of loose hairs that hang out like that on the forehead. Yeah, I'm really happy with their eating expressions. Especially this mouth. That's my maybe favorite thing in this picture. Okay, let's see. So then, trying to draw this big like neck ruff she has. Like this would be like very light and fluffy, like some sort of Angora kind of deal. I almost don't want to use too many lines on here. Let's fix the shape of that hand. Now I just need to bring her jacket backwards. And we can just like wrap these same shapes around here. Okay. And then she's like using these like grill tongs. Well, I'll figure out what's down there. Maybe it's another frog. This one is going to be like belly up. I have to say this looks like a really fun date. Like I would not say no to a romantic streamside evening with my other duck. Okay. Okay. Oh, you have to duck out, Paul? Okay, have a good rest. One sort of amazing duck fact that I've learned, I think, before today, not just in time for stream, because it's true that I do try to like cram information so I can like chat on stream about it. But one thing that I've heard about ducks sleeping is okay. Imagine that looks like a duck. Oh my god. Start over. Here's the duck body, duck head, right? So there's some ducks sleeping together. And they'll kind of line up like this and just like sleep in groups. This little line means they're sleeping. But if you're a tasty duck and you're sleeping on the ground, you still need to worry about getting eaten. So while the inside ducks can fully go to sleep and achieve like REM state and have their duck dreams, the outside ducks are able to like biologically turn off like half of their brain so that their eye here is still like looking outward for danger. So they'll, I mean, literally be sleeping with like one eye open. But it kind of just makes me hope that they do take turns being inside and outside ducks, just so everyone can get a good rest. Okay, that's my duck fact. Just stretching. Okay, so let's see. So her shoulder comes down. Then her elbow's about here. Just going to bring this up. I think this is also like fairly long. And it goes out over the camp chair and then goes down from gravity. Goes around the back of her hip, out on the chair, and then down. Okay, this needs to like wrap around where this leg comes out. So, all right. Let's see. So she's resting here, and she'll have like sort of tall waterproof boots. And so the other top of the boot will be there for the other foot. So the top of her knee is there. So you bring this down. And then this toe is going to go here. Okay, and there's the kind of seam on the pants. All right. Okay, so let's finish off this leg. How am I on time? Still good. If it's less than 2 hours and I'm inking, I feel good about it. Okay. I think the surface they're on is sort of like a pebbly kind of bank. Okay. And then here's like the treads of the boots. And let's see, same on this side. All right, so I think let's try to draw the grill. I think I'm going to leave this line more open, and I'll probably take some of this out with whiteout, just because of like this is the main light source for the image, so I don't want to do too many heavy lines on here. Okay, let's see. But we could just like load this up. Like there's little fishies on here. Oh, what did we say before? That they also do... I was going to do frogs, fish, and snails, so let's add a couple of snails up here. Okay. And these are just like the different... I don't know, how do you say that? Just like the metal parts of the grill going across. I don't know if there's a special name for them. So I think I want to sketch in some of what's on this table, and then a lot of this other stuff is going to be brushwork. Like, there's definitely like a bed of rocks around here for fire safety. And then this is all like running water. And see, I should probably do these reeds with a brush. Same for the water. But I can do the table this way. Okay, let's see. I think on the table here, there's just going to be some like crusts of bread. Like, I don't know a duck who's ever said no to that. And some like little kind of tulip-shaped wine cups. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I still need to draw her like folding chair. And then this comes up. Then there's like a little bit of a pull on the fabric where her back is resting against the chair. Same for here, like her weight down here is like kind of pulling on this chair fabric. Uh, Thank you, Johnson, for your enthusiasm on like adding crust of bread here. I mean, ducks just love that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to get out my brush now. That's probably enough steel nib inking. Yeah, I should zoom this out to look at the whole thing. It's kind of how we're going so far. Oh. Right. Let's see. I'm just deciding on a brush to ink with. Maybe this one. Maybe this guy. Okay. So let's see. I think first, well, I'm kind of wondering. It's possible that a lot of this background I would want to do just with paint and not with ink. That I really just needed to like clearly define these guys with lines. You know what? I think I'm going to try that. I do need to draw in the legs of this chair, but that should be it. Okay. Suggest like a few pebbles here. All right. Oh. Yeah, I think it's like a very like casual scene. I'm glad that the snails and the little fish look tasty. Like I remember watching a Ghibli documentary about the making of Spirited Away. And I think the application test that hopefuls had to do to get a job there was to like draw food to show to Miyazaki, and like if his mouth watered, you were hired. Something like that. So let me erase. I think I can get rid of some of these because I remember I drew these ink lines a long time ago. think I am going to leave a lot of the pencil lines that are outside the figures just because I need a guide to know what I want to paint in there. Okay. Leave that, erase these. Erase these. Okay, yeah, let's start painting. Okay, let's go over to, there we go, color. Let's see. So I think first of all, I want to establish some of the atmosphere. And I just want to ask the honest opinion of chat. So Gal just typed in the new color emote. Is it legible? Because I'm a little worried that it's hard to even tell what that says. So I was considering redoing it. But if you can tell what it is, then I don't need to change anything. Great. So I think I have this sort of this blue on my brush now, and it's pretty watery. I'm going to sort of just like loosely brush this in over the back here. I think this is going to be hills. And then I can like lighten that up as I get towards the middle. Like it should be darker on the outside, but I think with watercolor you definitely want to work in layers. This is just layer 1. Okay. And I'll kind of just like surround the picture in that. Like the water would be reflecting some of that. So I can put some of that down here. And also it's just good psychologically for me to just like get a little bit of color over the whole picture. Okay. I am trying to think. I should wait a little bit. Because I do want to paint some trees coming out of this hill, but I should let this dry some so it doesn't bleed together too much, but sort of like has a transparency with it. So what I can do is, I feel like I should paint I should paint the glow from the fire and then have it like the light like hitting the undersides of these figures. Oh, that's true. So the color emote also has a second use as an emote just for Johnson R. Cool's personal use. Okay, let's see. Okay. So let me just get into this fire here. There's going to be like an orange glow under here. Put like a little orange in between all these items. It's like fine that I'm being pretty loose with it because the light would be coming up on the around the edges of these fish, snails, and frog, whereas the top side of them is going to be pretty dark because it'll be like a pretty high contrast part of the image. Let me see. Just gonna add in like some, while this is still wet, I'm just gonna add in like a little bit of red. Okay, so now I kind of want to get this orangish hue like all underneath everybody. So like this light is shining on these knees, definitely on the tips of these toes. Like, even though her outfit is mostly gray-blue, like, there is going to be a cast of firelight under here. Like, on the front of here. Let's see. Which sides of him are facing the fire? Like, this is facing it. The underside of this arm is towards that. The front edge of this coat would catch the light. And then I can kind of do this in sections as it's not as close. Like, different folds of this would be towards. Let's see. Front of this frog. Okay. Let's see. I want to paint in some of this ground. Oh, good. Yeah. It does, Jesper. That was the goal. And I think also having the cool contrast helps it. So I'm trying to think about, it's been a minute since I've been camping. I feel like the sky would just be like pretty black. So I do want to like get some of that in using this Payne's Gray. I don't want it to be like so dark that it pulls too much attention from here. Like if I went in with like solid brush ink, I feel like this would be too distracting up here. But I can mix in a few blues. Should be using my other brush. Okay, here we go. Getting some Payne's Gray, getting all of these different blues mixed in. Okay. Let me just like test that out a little bit down here. Like I can, yeah, that is very dark. And I can definitely use that for like the top of these fish that's like away from the fire. And like these parts of the rocks that are facing away. And I can really use it on the night sky up here. I gotta make sure to leave. So the moon is gonna go there, so I'm just gonna like put that in now. And then basically wash the rest of this in. And I'll definitely go back with my correction fluid and maybe add some stars. It looks like the paper is resisting some anyway, so I think having it be like a little bit uneven and not just like a flat color kind of gives some dimension to the sky. Okay. I'm going to paint this also on the outside of the grill. Just because it's like, I think it would be sort of like a silvery metal, but it's away from the light, so it would be pretty dark. See, oh, you know what? I need to turn my saturation back up. I had it down for language lab, but since we're painting, let's see some colors. Yeah, there we go. Did you see that orange just really pop out? That's more what it looks like in person. Okay. Yeah, the bottle can be pretty dark. Kind of just like using this to add some shadows on the other side. I'm gonna add some like you've seen me do some watercolors before, and like I've been adding like purple shadows kind of underneath everything. This time we're gonna put them on top. Okay, let me just turn this around. So let me see. Is this the color that I want? So this is sort of like the other light from like the night sky and forest kind of bouncing onto them. I'm just putting it on the opposite side of where the fire is, casting a shadow onto this chair, lots of shadows under her leg. Okay, shadows back here. Let's see. Shadow on top of the frog. And then like I can do on each little section of the quilted jacket, I can like put a little touch of purple on top of there. Okay. And also, while I've got it on my brush, I'm going to add like a little bit of like lines to this water. Just sort of like bring this around. Okay. So I need to like figure out how to paint in this sort of like pebbly surface. I think this sort of like greenish gray brown is good for that. It's like different enough. It's different enough from like the water and everything to be distinct. So start painting this in down here. I think I need to like mix a little more of that. Like I saw a really like useful color on my tray that had come from before, but how did I get there? Can I ever mix that again? Let's find out. That's about right. Maybe a little warmer. I'll just grab a little more of this. What was that? I think I had some sienna. Yeah, got it. So this is like the ground and pebble color. Yeah, I feel like, Gal, I'm glad you like that dark blue. I think doing that process has really opened up watercoloring for me before. Because like before, I would kind of like color each thing individually. Like this shirt is red or those pants are green. But they would not be involved with each other. But this way, I think like since they like have this light casting on all these different surfaces, like they'll seem more involved in the same image. Um, so I'm glad that you love it. So because we're going to do a lot more of that in the future. All right. So now I need to paint some tree trunks coming out of here, and then I'm going to do some like reeds and maybe some more pebbles down here. So I am going to get more of this kind of dark gray. Let's see if this works. I'm just going to like paint the whole like body of the tree coming up. Put some different branches in. think I just need to like really get a bunch of these in here, just to make it more convincing as a background. Because if I have like just one tree back there, it's really noticeable. But if I have a bunch of similar shapes, it can kind of turn into a pattern or like be understood as one thing. And then same over on this side. Oh, Jesper's taking off? All right. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Jesper. Now I'm kind of really just using the very tip of the brush to do some like thinner branches to make it seem more natural and less just like brush strokes. Okay. And then I'm kind of going to do a similar thing down here just to show reeds coming up from the riverbank. So I'm going to add just like a little bit of green to here. And I'm just going to add like... I'm totally being fine just like going over the figure, because that will like kind of push him into the midground. Okay. Right, and then I can still use this to draw with and just like add more pebble texture throughout here. Okay, so I don't want to forget our character design, so I do need to go in and put in some of their like design colors or their found colors, like their colors that we drew from their plumage. So let me wash my brush. I feel like I am going to keep these somewhat pale, because we did a lot to create the atmosphere. So these might just be sort of like tints to kind of clue us into what their found colors might be. So sort of in between where the highlight and the shadow is, that's going to be the zone where we can see the blue of her hair. And then I think his is going to be sort of like greenish. Now let's see. What am I trying to paint here? I should paint like a little color on this frog. Frogs are green. But I'm making this green like less intense than the hair, just so it doesn't pull too much attention. And this fish is going to be sort of a silvery blue. once again similar to the hair, but not. Well, that was pretty pigmented. Let me pick that up a little bit. Okay. So let's see. I have to refer to my designs again. Oh, remember these? I think we've come a long way since then. Oh yeah, I really got to get that little, like, that little detail of eyeshadow up there. Okay. Just that could just be like the most intense blue on the page. And that comes from that little blue piece below the Mandarin duck's wing. Yeah, I think these would be great friends to have. And hopefully, you and me could score an invite on the next camping trip. Okay, here we go. Let's put in. Is there anything else blue I could put on here? Yeah, let me dilute this a little bit. I mean, I feel like you're getting at something, Gal. Like I'm pretty new at trying to design characters, but I feel like wanting to be friends with them is like a great measure. Or like if you're watching or reading a story, like would you want to like know those people or be in that situation with them is like a good measure. Okay, so her pants are a little brownish. Okay, let's see. Oh, shows up to camping trip and it's just hanging with two ducks. Well, it's possible they revert to duck form when a human shows up, but they only reveal themselves when they're alone. So I'm going to make this camping chair green just to like match his hair, and just to like I feel like it's good to incorporate colors in more than one place. Okay, just put a little color, like a bread color on the bread. A little like burgundy color on the wine. Let's see. So I need to work on the guy a bit more. Her colors are almost done because she's pretty. Her colors are subtle. Let's see. I'm just like painting like a little texture onto her sweater here. I feel it's like a little bit cable knit. Yeah, we're at 2:15. I think we are getting pretty close to done with the colors. I mean, there's definitely more to work on. And I think as I add other colors, I'm kind of doing it gradually, just because it's like more difficult to take things back, and it's good to like go in layers. So I'm trying to see, what was I doing here? I need to get this sweater in, is what I should do. Oh, P Hospital, I didn't know that you did editing. That's really cool. So I'm coloring in his kind of bright orange cashmere sweater that he has tied around his neck. Okay, let's see. Then I think we decided his puffer coat was sort of like an orangish brown. Okay, and also I need to get his sort of like wilderness outdoor like bucket hat painted. Adding some more texture down here. Oh, I totally left these boots white. I need to get those in. Yeah, I think these ducks are definitely like glamping, like glam camping. Oh, oh, P Hospital, I'm sorry. Editing feels so wretched right now. Let's see. Oh, I need to, since she has this blue hair, I should do that in on the eyebrows also. I think we are getting towards the end, but I don't want to call it too early. Hmm. And then I do want to get some of this blue into her neck ruff. I feel like this table needs like a little bit of a color, but it shouldn't compete with the two figures, so I'm doing sort of like a medium toned kind of neutral. Okay. Oh, got it, Piasp. There we go. So I'm just gonna add some stars up here. Trying to do this like pretty randomly. And I can show like a little bit of light like glinting off of the tree bark. I always like to add like a little bit of sparkle around the eyes. Yeah, and since this is winter camping, it does make sense that there would be like a little bit of a kind of like a frozen sense to it. Some water light, no, some like light glinting off the water. I feel like I should color her eyes in too. Let me get my brush out. You know, I think we might just be about at the end here, and then we'll have to do the wheel, and then I think we can call it a stream. So I think I'm going to sign this guy. There's a perfect space right down here. Okay. Oh, good question, Gal. Do they have names? Hmm. Well, I know. I mean, I think they're just going to be. They're going to be Yuan and Yang, because like we went over. I guess this is like a bonus like language lab segment. But to specifically say Mandarin duck, as opposed to just Yazi, it's Yuan Yang, and Yuan is like the male duck, and Yang would be the female duck. And the characters are both the same. They have the bird underneath, but then they have the different radicals on the top. Okay, so Yuan and Yang, the the duck people. So I think it's time to work on the spin wheel, and then we can get out of here. So let me see. I need to find my wheel tab. Okay. So is anybody... So far I have P Hospital, My Sweet Treasure, Paul, and Galuigi on the wheel. Is there anyone present who would like to get a chance to just pick something out from my whatever my store is called, Big Cartel? And we're going to spin twice. If the same person comes up twice, I'll spin again. So while I'm waiting to see if anybody else wants to get in, I will just add some colors to people's names. Okay, so Sparkle, yes, Sparkle may enter. Oh, I need to give Sparkle a color. Yeah, I think nobody got Booger Green this time. I wouldn't want anyone to get the wrong idea. So let's see. Also, I think it would be fair for subscribers to each get a larger slice, just because they've shown that commitment to being here on the stream. So I know Gal is, Sparkle is. So let me just bump those up. Okay. So here we go for spin number one. P Hospital. Oh yeah, I see that first right by your name. Oh my god. So glad that I... Very honest of you, Gal, to jump in. Thank you, P Hospital, for your sub. Okay. So I think here comes the spin. We're not going to do a practice spin. So your selection could include anything on the Big Cartel. It could also include this that we just did today. So here's the spin. Oh, Lala is the first winner. Are you here, my sweet treasure? You must be present to win. Lala's also a sub? Oh, my apologies. Well, so that win was even luckier. Let me just add that. Is Lala present? Because if Lala's not here, we'll just need to spin again. I don't see Lala showing up in the chat. So I think in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to spin again. So let's find that first winner. Okay, so I feel like I need to just take those two off the wheel right now since they're not present. Otherwise, Lala will keep winning and we'll be here all night spinning. All right, here we go. So now your chances are 1 in 3. Well, this almost feels silly because there'll be 2 winners and then 1 person left out. So, you know what? I feel like... So Galuigi gets first pick. So we're really just picking for order. Everyone on the wheel right now can pick... all 3 of you win. All 3 of you win. Sparkle, P Hospital, and Gal, you all win. Right now we're just spinning for order of choice. Okay, so who gets the second pick? And there's no price limit. Like literally anything on there could be yours. Okay, Sparkle, you're up number 2. And so P Hospital is 3rd. And I'll just give you a spin anyway. Can it do a spin with one thing? All right, spinning's really fun. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, Lyle, you missed it. We did a drawing for... Okay, P Hospital wins 3rd place. So, yeah, the 3 winners, Gal, Sparkle, and P Hospital, all get to pick something out. And you can just whisper me on Twitch or message me on Discord or wherever you're able to contact me. So let me put the... Oh, were you first Bassoon because you were the only Bassoon? So yeah, could be this one. So I think if you got 2nd or 3rd, send me your first choice and an alternate just in case Gal has picked the same thing. Okay, let me see. Where is my... I don't know. Anyway, I feel like you don't need to pick right now, but pick soon, and I'll get those all to the post office at the same time. Let me go over to my chat window. So today was a little bit of an experiment. We've only done, up until now, like fan drawings of different like anime, comic, gaming characters. But I had a lot of fun, like doing these like original duck people. And who knows, now that Yuan and Yang exist, it could be fun to draw some like comic pages, like some story pages. Like if this were the cover to a comic, like what happens inside. Because I think I was saying at the very beginning, like if I keep going the way I'm going, like eventually I'll draw every character from every anime. So this is could be interesting to change things up a little bit. And I hope that you guys are not mad at me for taking away the channel point drawing redemption. So I just wanted to fast forward a couple months and get you that drawing now. So we'll do the wheel once in a while. It's not going to happen every stream. It's really fun for me. And let me just look for a raid. Okay, let me see. Do you guys know of anyone who's on right now that could use some attention? Oh, Knitted Sweater is on. Let's raid Knitted Sweater. See, I think I have to type it in. Just want to make sure that I spell this correctly. S-O knitted sweater _ Great. I think they're playing Persona 5. Well, that's what it said. Wait, that's a shout out. That's not a raid. James. Oh, thank you so much for the bits, Gal. _ So this is a raid. Yeah, it's nice to have like a little like appetizer before you go over there. Okay, so thank you once again for being here. Gal, Pichu, Sparkle, Johnson, Paul left, P Hospital, Elk Velvet. Great to see everyone. We'll draw some more in the future. So bye-bye.
How was your stream? Yeah. Hi, Gal.